Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a drugstore and high-end, my fave products. So one side of my face, I'm going to be doing high-end, and the other side, I'm going to be doing drugstore products. I know I've seen this video somewhere on YouTube, but I can't pinpoint who came up with the idea. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, now before I get started, I just wanted to see if you guys noticed anything different about me. Maybe. I did dye my hair. I had like a balayage blonde before, but I just dyed it to like a light brown and kept my roots. But this is kind of how my hair looked naturally before I ever dyed my hair. So I just wanted to go back to my roots before, I don't know, maybe I'll do blonde again in the summer, but it was just too much to maintain and keep up with. I don't start with brows first. I start priming my face. I either use the Smashbox Photo Finish. I mean, this is not Photo Finish. I use this. Take two. So first thing I do when I start my makeup is start with primer. Now my favorite drugstore primer is going to be this Milani Prime Light. And then my favorite high-end primer is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer. And this is obviously more worth your money than buying this. But the reason I like this so much as a primer is because I seriously feel like it clears and my skin and just makes it look really velvety. Compared to this, it is a bit cheaper, but it also makes your skin look like luminous. So that's just a little difference in money and product. I think I'm going to do high-end on this side, and then I'll go ahead and do drugstore on this side. So I'm going to get some of this. Got a little hair on my finger. Oh, also, before I start, I just want to add a little disclaimer. I'm filming this video blind. And what I mean by that is I'm not wearing my contacts and my vision is super bad, which is why I'm going to be getting LASIK eye surgery next week. So they said for me not to wear contacts a week before surgery. I don't know why, but you can't. So I'm filming this makeup video blind. So if you see me with the mirror like right here, that's because I can't see. So I'm sorry if I block some stuff, but yeah, I really can't see. If you guys are interested in me doing a video about like the whole surgery, I don't know if I can film. Maybe I'll have to ask, but I'm definitely interested in doing that. And if you guys want to see a video about the whole process before and after surgery and all that stuff, then I'll be happy to make a video about that. But yeah, just let me know. I'm also I'm not nervous, I feel like, because it's not that close, but I feel like right before I go into surgery, I'm going to be like shitting myself. Again, I'm doing the Makeup Forever primer on this side. It's a Prime Light primer, so it's obviously going to give you a more radiant effect, and this is just to smooth your face. So we're already having a difference in skin on each side. This isn't my favorite high-end foundation. This is my favorite high-end foundation as of now because I'm super pale. It's during the winter time right now, so this is basically the only high-end foundation that I own as of now. I've just been really lazy to go to Sephora and like buy another one. But I have tried out the other, I think it's called the NARS Radiant foundation. That one's really good. I need to go buy that. But as of now, this is going to be my favorite high-end foundation. So I'm just going to apply some on my right side of my face because this is the high-end side. And then, yeah. I don't know how people do brows first. Like, I really don't, because then when you do your foundation, I don't know if you do this, but if you do your brows first, I want to know how, because then for me, if I do brows first, my foundation gets in my eyebrows and then I have to retouch up my brows, and I just rather not do that. I feel like it's easier to do foundation first. But yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a pretty foundation. It was just super light for me in the summer. Like, I can't believe this matches me now. But yeah, that's crazy. I really can't see. This is tripping me out. Like, I can't see myself on the camera. I'm just hoping, fingers crossed, it looks good. It really sucks having horrible vision. I've been wearing glasses since I was in the 3rd grade, and since then my vision has just went downhill. Like, I feel like it gets worse and worse every single year. And next year, me and Nick are really wanting to go, I mean not next year, 2020, we really want to go to Thailand, and I'm just like, I'm not going to travel somewhere if I can't see. And I suck at putting contacts in. It literally takes me like an hour. So I'm not trying to do that. So I just want to be able to finally wake up every morning and be able to see clearly. Now, they did mention it's not 100% effective. It's like 80 or more. But still, the way I was doing eye tests when I went the other day. And she was just saying, like, you'll be able to see this much, at least this much after the surgery. And I was like, wow, like, I can't even see barely the biggest letter that they show you when you do an eye exam. So I was like, that's more than enough for me. Like, that'd be amazing if I could see even like the 3rd row on an eye exam. So I'm just hoping everything goes well. But yeah. Alright, so for the drugstore foundation on my left side, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Pro Glow Infallible in the shade 202. And then this one is the Makeup Revolution in the shade F2, which I think was the lightest shade. The second lightest shade that they had. I have no idea what happened here. Maybe I forgot to close it all the way down. But I'm going to just use this little spatula brush. Now, I use these two together because this one does have a lot of coverage, and this one I just like to use for the like luminous effect because it is the Pro Glow. And also I have very dry skin, so this also helps lock in the moisture that I have. So for this stick foundation too, it does seem like it blends better when I use a brush first and then go in with the beauty blender. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like using brushes for foundation just because it makes my skin feel so freaking weird. Comment down below if you're the same way, because I just can't do it with like foundation and brushes. Plus, like, you get hair sometimes falling out and then of your brush, and then it gets stuck on your foundation, and then you have to like pick it out, and it's just a whole mess. I know this is too light for me, but again, I said I was using it for coverage. Okay, bitch. Now, even this isn't full coverage, but it is a lot more coverage than the L'Oreal Pro Glow. So if you're looking for coverage, this is the way to go. Just make sure you get the right shade. I didn't get the right shade, so that's why I only use it for coverage, and then put this on top. This is very good if you have dry skin and you have like perfect skin. I don't have perfect skin, which is why I'm using coverage underneath. Add some of this on top. Now, I've been using this foundation for, I think ever since it came out, was probably last year, the year before that. And it is one of my favorite drugstore foundations. I don't know about in the summertime. I mean, yeah, in the summertime if you have dry skin, but if you have oily skin, this is not gonna work for you. Again, only going down half my face with this. kind of miss my blonde hair, but I also really like the brown hair on me because that is my natural hair color, like light brown. But everyone seemed to like blonde on me. I did too. Nick was really obsessed with it. Like he loved blonde hair on me. And then when I told him I wanted to dye my hair, he was like, what? No, like, I don't care. I'm gonna dye my hair if I want to dye my hair, but it's gonna look good regardless. And then he's just like, okay. And then he goes with me to go dye my hair on Friday, and he goes, oh my god, I love it. And I was like, yeah, see, I told you, I'll rock any hairstyle. And so now he likes the light brown. So right off the bat, I can see the difference in like the foundations. Let me just get around my nose ring. For those of you guys that have nose rings or like studs, how do you like put makeup on it? Because when I do like this, it leaves like a little hole right here, and then I have to lift up my nose piercing, which looks like I'm picking my nose, but I'm not. And then I have to like get the beauty blender really in there just to make sure I have foundation there, because I hate when people have nose rings and you just see like their skin underneath because they didn't add the foundation, they didn't do the extra mile. So don't get a nose ring if you're not gonna do the extra, because it doesn't look good when you do your makeup. Alright, yeah, but like I was saying right off the bat, even with the Makeup Revolution foundation under this, there's still not as much coverage as just this on this side. I don't know. Let me know which side you guys like better. In the end, we're still not done, so this can make a twist. So my next step I do is, concealer. My favorite high-end concealer is this Laura Mercier Flawless Ultra Long Wear Concealer. This is hands down so amazing. It is a little bit pricey, which I don't use all the time, just on special occasions, because it doesn't give me any creases and it looks amazing on the skin. And then my favorite drugstore concealers at the moment are the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. I'm pretty much out of it. And then I also sometimes use the Maybelline, I don't know, it just says Maybelline. I think this is the Fit Me. So what I would do is, or we're starting off the high-end side first. Okay, so I'm gonna add this on the high-end side. Again, this is the Laura Mercier one. This is a little bit, it's not too dark, but these are super light because I'm super pale right now, but yeah. A little bit on the chin, smile lines, and then we're just gonna blend it out. I hate not being able to see. And I have really bad dark circles and bags under my eyes, so I feel like this makes like a difference. Let me zoom you guys in. Take this Sephora number 50 brush, and this is the high-end side, so I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Come on. Okay. Just set it right under my eye, a little bit on the side of my smile lines. Oh, I also have a like, what's it called? I have a piece of advice for you. If you are gonna do LASIK, don't go in with makeup. I made that mistake. I went in with like not a full face, but I did do my makeup, and it did not work out. Like I came out with like yellow drops all under my eyes, but it's because they have to dilate your eyes, and I've never had that done before. So when she told me, I was like, okay, like I can wear makeup, whatever, it's just like eye drops. No, they're like yellow, and my nurse kept missing, so she kept getting it on my makeup, and then by the time I got out, my makeup was just messed up. And also they have to do like all these tests, so like it's you putting your chin and forehead on this like machine, so it was just a mess, honestly. But yeah, don't go in doing LASIK, even surgery, because they still have to dilate your eyes with makeup. Yeah, just gonna finish blending this out. Again, make sure you get around the nose ring. Don't forget about that. Okay. Now I'm gonna set my left side of the eye. I'm gonna make sure I use the other side of this brush, and I'm using the translucent airspun powder. I love it, smells like baby powder. I love this powder. So setting this under the left side again. Now the next thing I do is use bronzer. So for my high-end side, I'm going to be using this Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer. I actually got this in my Ipsy bag when I was subscribed to their boxes or whatever. I canceled them because they're kind of a rip-off. I mean, you are only paying $10 a month, but again, with BoxyCharm, which I really want to get started with, you're paying like what, $20-25 a month for full-size products and like high-end well-known products. When I was with Ipsy, it was rare when they gave me like names well-known like Tarte. Usually it was some like not even drugstore, it'd be like some company I've never even heard of. So, and most of the products were kind of a flop for me, I mean, and they just didn't work. So again, for my high-end side, using the Tarte Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and I'm just gonna start bronzing on my right side. Kind of do like that little face right there, or that. It helps. And then I'm just gonna hold my hair back. Circular motions, bitch. Don't forget. Add a little bit up here. And my dogs are fighting. I apologize if you can hear that. Add blush to this look, but I realized that I don't have a drugstore blush, so I didn't want to cheat. I was just like, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. All right, I'm gonna use the same brush. I'm just gonna wipe it off, but for the left side, I'm gonna be doing the Balm Cosmetics in Take Home the bronzer. And this one I actually really love. I got it not too long ago. I don't know if this is considered drugstore or not, but I couldn't find it at Sephora, so I'm just gonna consider it drugstore if you can't find it at Sephora. Now I don't know if they have the balm at Ulta, but I found this at Kohl's, and I'm just gonna dust off my brush on a little towel that I have right here and do some bronzing on my left side of my face. And yeah, there's a difference in tones. I feel like this is more warmer and this one is cooler toned. My nose itches. Wow. I use a little brush for that. Oh, it tickles. Okay. Still kind of itches. Yeah, but this one is cooler toned. It's still nice. I mean, for like the winter or whatever. I feel like I suck at bronzing my left side of my face. Alright, So I finished bronzing my right side and my left side. Now, what do I do next? What do I do next? Oh, now I do my brows. So after I finish applying powders, minus the under eye powder that I'm going to add after, and then the highlight. But right before I do those steps, I like to do my brows. So I don't own a drugstore brow product. I don't own a drugstore eyebrow product. So I'm just going to use the same product on both brows, or is that cheating? Should I just not do my left brow? Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll add for the left brow, I will use the bronzer as a powder, eyebrow powder, and then for the right side, which is the high-end side, I'll do the Anastasia. Let's meet in the middle, right there. Stop fighting! Okay, so I'm done with the brow on my right side, and I did that super quick. I'm not gonna carve it out, just because I already showed you what concealers I use, and I already put those aside. So now I'm gonna get another eyebrow brush. Here we go, clean one, and I'm gonna take the bronzer and try to do my eyebrows with this powder. I feel like this is gonna be such a different color. It's definitely gonna look more natural. That's like for sure. Okay, well, this is what I'm working with, so Lord help me. I really feel like it's not doing anything for me at this point. Do I not have another drugstore product? No, I don't. The only bronzer I have besides these two bronzers is the Bobbi Brown one and the Hoola bronzer. And those are drugstore products. I mean, not drugstore products, so I can't use them. Alright, I think that's the best I'm gonna get with this eyebrow with powder. I'm trying, but it doesn't look like it's gonna get there. Just really going through it is what it looks like. Alright, so now that I have two complete different eyebrows, I'm now going to what am I gonna do now? Oh, eyebrow gel. I don't have a drugstore eyebrow gel, but nobody knows that. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow gel. And now, what do I do next? Oh, okay. So for the under eyes, after I had already added translucent powder, I like to add powder on top of that just to give it more longevity and also more coverage. So for the high-end powder, today I'm going to be using the KKW Brightening No. 3 powder. It's very yellow, but it doesn't look like that one. And then for the drugstore, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow powder, and this is in the number 23. Okay, so let's start adding some powder. Now I'm doing this. You really don't need to be, I mean you do need to be very careful with this because it goes a long way. I'm just gonna be adding this under my eye, a little bit down, and it just looks so beautiful on. Even if you just go like that, just carve out your, I mean, come on. You can honestly find some really good drugstore finds in makeup, but I feel like the comparison to like some high-end products just don't compare. You can't compete where you don't compare type of situation. So yeah, just doesn't really work out. I'm gonna add some on top of my forehead on the right side. Now I'm gonna dust some of that off and use the L'Oreal one. And I don't know if you're supposed to mix into these because the top is kind of like a glitter and then the bottom is a powder, but I do it anyways. I don't know if that makes a difference. But adding this to my right side, and I'm just gonna boop, 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 boop. My tones for my skin type and my skin color is just, it just goes more with me in my opinion. And then this side is just a little too pinky for me. I don't have pink undertones in my skin color. I'm more of an olive warm tone, which you can tell with the colors that I use on this side. But I'm just gonna add more powder on this side, hoping it makes a difference. The thing that I have is eyeshadow palettes. So I have a drugstore eyeshadow palette and a high-end eyeshadow palette. And so this is a drugstore eyeshadow palette that I have. This is the Happy Birthday one. I actually got this from Ulta for my birthday, and yeah, they just gave this to me for free, and I think it's a really beautiful palette. No shade, no tea. It's very beautiful. So I'm gonna do two different looks, I guess, or I don't know if I could do the same. Anyways, the high-end one I'm using is the Natasha Denona Gold palette. Oh, so beautiful. I love this palette so much. I'm just gonna look at both of them and see if I can kind of do a similar look so I don't look too crazy with the eyeshadow on my eyes. I think I'm gonna go with the both of the like greenish tone shimmer shades, but first I need to do the transition one. So in the Happy Birthday drugstore palette, I'm gonna do the only brown that's in here and just work that into my crease. Oops, actually, no, scratch that. I'm gonna take this shade, yeah, this is not a shimmer shade, and just add this as a base first. Okay, that literally looks like my skin tone color. Never mind, we are going into this brown shade since that had no pigment. Kinda looks like it has a red undertone, but it does not look like that in the actual eyeshadow pan. So we may be ending up with a different look on both eyes, which is not something I wanted to do. But this is literally the only drugstore palette I have, so I don't like the way this is blending out at all. And sometimes it's not because you're trash, it's actually because of the eyeshadow, and some eyeshadows aren't pigmented enough or the formula isn't good and they just don't blend out right, which I think is kind of what's happening here. But I'm gonna try my best to make this look right. Alright, that's probably the best I'm gonna get out of it. Now I'm gonna take this green shade right here and add some of this because that's what the Natasha Denona shimmer shade looks like, so I want to make it as close as possible. So I'm just gonna take a little flat brush that I have here and go in with the green shade first, which I have never used, so I'm kind of curious to see if it is actually green. Of like some gold in there, because that's what the other shade looks like in the Natasha Denona palette. It's kind of like a green yellow. That I just wanted to do a simple like with this palette, and that's what it looks like. All right, now on to the next lid shade I'm using, and then I'm just gonna use like a few of these brown shades in the crease area. Resistant. So I'm gonna see if I add some like water on here, if it'll make it more pop out. So like if I'm, well, kind of looks like a little bit pink with the light hitting it, but then when I'm looking directly at it, it looks green. Done with the eyeshadow, and I think you're starting to tell like that I have two different things of makeup on my face. Some highlighter. Now for the high-end side, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills amrezy highlighter. So pretty. And then I have the Fenty Beauty Mean Money Hustler Baby highlighter duo. And I'm going to be mixing these together for the high-end side. And then for the drugstore side, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Lunch Money highlighter. Go like that. I dip into the amrezy, shake it off a little bit, go into the Hustler Baby, shake it off once, and then I go in. And I do like to bring it up a little bit on top of the eyebrow. You can see that on camera. Like literally I don't know because I can't see, like I said before, but in the mirror I have right here, it looks poppin'. So for the drugstore side, I'm using the ColourPop Lunch Money. And I feel like this video is going to be very long. But I'm almost done, okay? And if you stuck with me to the end, you're a real one, okay? So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. But now that I finished that, I think the next step is setting spray. So for the high-end side, I'm using the Max Fix Plus Prep and Prime. And then for the drugstore side, for the drugstore side, I'm using the Milani Make It Dewy. And I mean, ooh, I can already tell which one's my favorite side, but I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. So I'm gonna take this fan that I have and kind of try to separate my face so that the setting spray only hits one side of the face. We'll see if it works. By the way, I got this fan at the dollar store, so don't think I'm bougie or anything. Side, Milani, let's make it dewy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this spray is nothing to mess around with. If you really want to be dewy, this is a better dupe than the, I personally think this is better than this Taupe spray. Personally. I know there's a lot of hype about this, but I think this makes me way more dewy and radiant and glowy than this. I mean, it's pretty, but this has nothing to do with this. Now it kind of has me second guessing which side's my favorite, but still, I mean, no, it doesn't. The right side's my favorite, which is high-end side, but I still don't think the left side looks bad. It's just when it comes down to it, like details and just the way things apply and look and tones of everything, I have to say the right side's my favorite. But we're still not done. I just have to add mascara and then the lip, So I'm gonna do my mascara, and I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes real quick and then do mascara. All right, so for the high-end side, I'm using the Dior Show mascara. This is my favorite mascara out of all of them. Drugstores, high-end. This is my top favorite. I love how quick drying this is, and it also makes my eyelashes look super long. And let me tell you guys a little story, okay? So one day I was just wearing mascara. I had no makeup on, and I completely forgot. I know a lot of people do this, but it was one day I completely forgot that I was wearing mascara, and my eye was itching, and I went like that, and like literally so hard, and I was like, oh shit, I have mascara on. So I go to the mirror thinking like it was gonna be all runny, and like I was gonna have little crumbles of black stuff all over my face, but I look in the mirror and there was literally nothing there. So I was super shook, and that's probably what made it my favorite mascara, I have to say. Alright, so that's the Dior Show on one eye. And I have super stupid straight lashes, so it's super hard for me to find a mascara to keep them up all day. But yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention, I think I did, I don't know. The drugstore mascara I'm using today is the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Black Carbon. I've used this since I was probably in 6th or 7th grade. And so yeah, my favorite drugstore mascara. I like to fan out my eyelashes just so they dry a little bit quicker. So my favorite drugstore lipstick that I'm going to be using today is the NYX or NYX, whatever you call it, lingerie liquid lipstick. And this is in the color Satin Ribbon. And then on the high-end side, I'm going to be using the Kylie Cosmetics matte liquid lip. Now I know I said I'm only gonna do high-end call it high-end if you can get it at Sephora, but technically they have this at Ulta's now, so I'm just gonna say this is high-end. Okay, so that's one side, and then I'm gonna do the drugstore side with this one. Looking at both sides in person, I feel like the right side is more like of a Instagram baddie selfie, and then the right side is kind of like just a natural, cute, soft glam. Listing all the products I used on my face today down below in the description box, so if you're interested in anything, go ahead and check that out. But this was honestly pretty fun. I mean, there is a little difference that you can tell besides the lipstick. Looking at that, you can kind of tell just little tiny details of things, so I don't know. I'm not gonna say what side is my favorite or what side I think it looks better. I want you guys to do that, so make sure I don't have lipstick on to you. No, okay. Yeah, so if you guys can do that, let me know which side you guys like better. The left side, which is more natural, soft glam, or the right side. Can you guys tell the difference? Can you not? Let me go ahead and take these clips out of my hair. Ow, ow, ow. But yeah. So that's it for this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what side you think is your favorite or what side came out better, whichever. But please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me. It means so much. I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. Bye, babes.